I don't want to drink it. I just want to smell it. I can smell it all day. And then it will get cold. Then I'll have to warm it up. And then I'll smell it again. And then it will get cold. And then I'll warm it up. And then eventually I'll take a sip and it will taste disgusting because it has gotten cold and been warmed up. And even if it's on a mug warmer, it's kind of gross if it's been on a mug warmer all day. And hi, friends! Welcome to my Not a Sewing vlog. I'm your hostess with the... Mostess? That's not original. I'm your secretary with the... What rhymes with secretary? No, I'm your vlogger with the dogger. George. He's a dog. No, it's not. No, okay. I could cut here and start over. But I'm not going to. Why am I not going to? Because we don't edit. Why don't we edit? Because it saves time to make more mistakes. Today's tea is called... Okay, I actually brought it out of the kitchen with me because I knew I wouldn't remember what it's called. Because, have you ever been to IKEA? I don't know about you, but I can't pronounce anything at IKEA. That's because things from IKEA are from another country. So I feel like it's cool that it's okay that I can't pronounce things. It is called, I'm gonna slaughter this, Egentide, E-G-E-N-T-I-D, Egentide, Egentide. Anyway, it's a blend of fruit and herbal tea with lemongrass. I really like it. I am saving it and savoring it as much as I can because their teas are getting harder and harder to find, and you can only find them certain times of year. In fact, they have a chocolate and berry tea that I really love that I haven't been able to find this year at all. So now all I can really find there are their coffees. So I'm kind of worried that they're going to discontinue their teas, and I really hope they don't because I love them. Anyway, I love this tea so much. What I really love is the smell, though. I could just smell this tea all day. Like, it's very soothing. It's very, it's like therapy. It's like aromatherapy. It's tea therapy. I think that's definitely a thing. And you just, it's so nice. But I have this problem that I think a billion other people have where, I set my tea down, forget about it, and then sometimes I'll heat it back up, or I'll add a little bit more hot water, and then I forget about it again, and yeah. And if you let your tea steep too long, it gets kind of bitter and gross. I am in favor of the longer steepings, though, because I'm a longer steeper tea drinker. I'm also not a big sweetener tea drinker. I do have a little bit of stevia. I do have a little bit of pure cane sugar for just a few of my teas. Get pure cane sugar. And then there are a few teas that I like honey. And I do have some flavored sugars that I hoard because they're amazing, and I rarely get to the place where I can purchase them. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of adding lots of sweetener to my tea. I kind of like the bitterness in a lot of teas. Anyway, I didn't mean to go on a whole tea tirade. Ha! Tea tirade. Ah, that should be a thing. Okay. I know I've talked about today's mug, but I love today's tiny little mug. It makes me so happy. One time at Ren Fair, One of our friends, I call her friend, she was one of the merchants at the Ren Fair that we saw all the time and always had to stop and say hi to. She ran this booth called Get Mugged and had lots of beautiful mugs and pottery pieces. And I've never had tons of money to spend when it comes to Ren Fair and stuff, but I saw this tiny little kind of purpley mug that I loved and was able to get it, and I love it, and it makes me happy. Anyway, so of course I'm late this week with this video because I wouldn't be me if I wasn't like being late with stuff and things. Getting kind of burnt out, guys, gals, people. I'm getting kind of burnt out, which is kind of ridiculous because I know I've had plenty of time to get these cosplays done, but I'm getting a little burnt out on them. I already hate some of them. And I'm feeling that rush because Emerald City Comic Con is basically like 2 weeks from today. It's 2 weeks from today. And I'm really feeling that rush and that kind of, you know, oh no, time has gotten so short, you know, last minute panic. And when I start to feel that, like, I shut down. Like, my whole system goes, oh no, oh no, oh no, can't do anything. And it's like, this is when you should really be pushing. And instead, like, my brain, my body, everything goes, no, I'm not going to do it. You know how, like, little kids, when they are throwing a tantrum, they refuse to do something and they, like, lay down on the floor and they're like, I have no bones. You can't make me do it. Yeah, that's me. That's me right now. I have no bones. I can't do it. Is my hair sticking out? My hair is sticking up. That is me not checking my hair before I start a video. Also, this is a funky hairdo that's going on today. I've done it before, but not since I cut my hair into this many-layered hairstyle. And I'm discovering that some of the hairstyles I love doing don't work quite as well with this multi-layered haircut I have. So, it's a double-edged sword, cutting a bunch of layers into your hair. What was I talking about? Burnout. So, experiencing burnout. Also, just feeling rushed and anxious and nervous, and it's weird. I don't know why. It's something that people who suffer from anxiety have, where they worry that they are being judged constantly, which, you know, probably is making you say right now, well, Emily, if you're worried about being judged all the time, why in the world are you doing vlog videos? Why in the world are you on Instagram? Why in the world? What in the world? I push myself to do these things because, first of all, they're tied to things I love. I love costuming. I love running amok with other costumers. I love, I thrive when I am around people who love things that I love. I mean, seriously, I just change into a completely joyful person when I am around people who are happy about the same things I am happy about. So it's part of my needs is to do these things. I'm like reaching under my skirt and pulling my sweater down during a video because that's what I do. But also, I don't ever want to end up in that place where I just give up and give in to my anxieties, because I will lose a lot of who I have been, who I am, and who I will be if I do that. So it's really important to me that I keep trying to do these things that I want to try, that I want to do, that even if they make me anxious, really also interest me. And so here I am plugging away at some cosplays. But yeah, I really worry while I'm sewing these cosplays that I am going to show up at the Comic-Con and people are going to be like, ugh, that is so badly made. Oh my gosh, what is she wearing? She doesn't fit that character type at all. Bleh. And the thought of that, like, breaks my heart. It breaks my heart and makes me so sad. And this, like, inner girl boss voice inside of me is like, what? Why do you care? Who cares what they're saying? Who cares what they think? Who cares if they don't think you look like the character? Who cares if they think you're too fat to cosplay that character? Who cares if they think your costume's not good enough? Why do you care? I don't know. Actually, honestly, I don't think I do care. I think it's just, I think that anxiety, like depression, like so many mental health disorders, it's like a disease, and it just slowly invades your system, and it tricks you. It makes you tell yourself things. I don't know how to describe it, but it's I'm very stubborn, so I'm not going to listen to it. So there. Moving on. Guess what I found this week? This is going to blow your minds. This is totally random, but as you know, I have been cleaning and organizing my sewing room. Not just clean, like deep dive cleaning and organizing, like going through boxes and bins, like really, this sucker is going to be, it's going to be amazing. That's also why it's taking so long. So don't expect any major updates soon. But I found this bag. You're like, what? A plastic bag? This plastic bag is full of reusable or disposable cameras. Like, disposable cameras. And look, a roll of film. Like, how old is all of this? I mean, really? Seriously, how old are... I can't even... Wait, these ones are all at 0. But this one's at 27. There's totally a picture left on here. Let's get a selfie. Ready? I don't know if it worked. Maybe it worked. I don't know. Wow. So I'm gonna go get those developed somewhere, and I don't even know. There's a tiny part of me. So tell me what you think about this. There's a tiny part of me that's like, oh no, don't go get those developed. How old are those? Are those yours? Are those handsome hubbies? Like, are those going to have ex-spouses, ex-boyfriends, ex-girlfriends? Are those going to have happy memories? Or are those going to have, like, triggering bad memories? Like, what is on them? Do you really want to go look at the past? But, yeah, I do. Because I looked really good in the past. You may not believe this, but I weighed like 150 pounds. 150. That's right. I'm telling you the actual number. 150 pounds less than I do right now when handsome hubby first met me when I was 19 years old. 150 pounds! Yeah. If you imagine like 150 pounds of this gone, I mean, I was like, bloop, 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 bloop. I mean, I'm pretty now. I think I'm pretty, but I was quite the knockout. And I'll tell you, like 10, 11 years, handsome hubby and I lost track of each other. And when we found each other again, I was like 130 pounds up. And so when we met up, I was like, there is no way this guy is still gonna find me attractive. There is no way. And he has looked at me the exact same way since the day he's met me to today. Like, it's amazing. This is amazing. Okay, I'm done. I'm done being cheesy and silly. I'm done. Okay. Okay. I don't even remember what I was going to talk about more of because I like talking about handsome hubby. So I'm getting burnt out about Emerald City Comic Con, and what's keeping me from having a full burnout breakdown is knowing that after Emerald City Comic Con is finished, I get to start working on outfits for the Victorian Heritage Festival that is held in Port Townsend, Washington, in April. And people are always asking me about the Victorian Heritage Festival because I talk about all the time, and I talk about Port Townsend all the time because it's one of my favorite places. It's this beautiful little seaside town steeped in its history. It's got original buildings. A lot of the hotels down on the main street, Waterhouse, I think is the main street. Oh, I hope I'm right. I will look that up and put it in the description below. As you know, I don't like pointing. I mean, look at that. When people are like, in the description below, I'm like, ooh, that feels so naughty. Please stop doing that. So, in the description below. Or below. Or below. I don't know. Anyway, in the description, I will make sure I put the correct street. Anyway, and a couple streets around it, and, well, basically just in downtown Port Townsend, there are Victorian hotels. These Victorian buildings that are hotels, and they're just so fun to stay in. The one I stay in has 50 million stairs. Like, it is not friendly to people who cannot take 50 million stairs. There is no elevator, no bellman. You have to take 50 million stairs just to get up to the first level. And then if you want to stay on the upper level, which is where I like to stay, you have to take another big long staircase. So it's like, oh, I'm dying. But there's a ton of just really cool places to stay. The downtown is right on the water. There is nothing more just charming and fun than to just walk up and down downtown there's all these delightful little shops. There's just some yummy little places to eat. There's, oh my gosh, there's this divine ice cream shop that has this cute little candy store attached to it. And the ice cream shop has these really unique ice cream flavors. It is my favorite place to be. I have to have ice cream every day when I'm there. I'm going to put the names of all these places in the description, I promise. But But I talk about the Victorian Heritage Festival all year long. And people are like, wow, it must be this big, amazing. So it's not actually like a gigantic event. So if you are expecting like a Renaissance type fair event or like a big colonial reenactment type event or something, that is not the scale you will discover. Okay? I hope that someday it might get to that point. I really do. Because it has so much potential to get to that point. Because Port Townsend has so much going for it. What it really is right now is it's activities on Saturday and Sunday. There are walking tours of the area. There are tours of some of the buildings. There are lectures. There's a tea. There's Saturday night, there's a dance, a contra dance, I believe, which is kind of English country dancing. There's a fashion show, and it's just all downtown, and it's run by the local Heritage Festival, Heritage Group, Victorian Heritage Group. And it's small scale, but it's so fun. And the more people that like show up to enjoy this, the better, really. And what my group, my friends and I love to do is, and they wholeheartedly, hugely encourage and love when people dress up. Like they love it. They would love it if you dressed up in Victorian era clothing. And so, or, you know, costumes, clothing. Anyway, so we plan outfits. We usually wear something Friday night to go to dinner and to take some pictures out on the piers. Saturday, we have a day outfit with usually very comfortable shoes if you're going to take the walking tours. And even if you've done the walking tours before, you do it again because it's just so fun to hear about the history of the town and the buildings. And they're a little different from year to year to just kind of, you know. And then in the evening, there's a ball. So we usually get dressed up for dinner. And then we do dinner, and then we go change for the ball. And then we go to the ball, and we'll wear like evening or ball gowns to the contra dance and or ball, whatever you want to call it. And then on Saturday, we dress up and we go take pictures, and there's beautiful parks. There's a fort. There's just amazing spots all along the beach side, the seaside. And every year, the Heritage Festival has a theme, and this year's theme is, I think it's by the sea. Which, you know, so many amazing thoughts to go along with that. It's just a little slice of heaven out there. It's so fun to stay in a historical hotel, to dress up historically. My friend that I room with, and I know my friends that also come, we go all at it. Like, we wear Victorian nightgowns and take pictures in our rooms, and like we have a whole Victorian weekend. And if you're coming and you let me know, I'm going to be doing tea leaf readings for my friends and close acquaintances. So I bet you didn't know I did that. I do. I dabble in some things. Most of my things that I dabble in are pure entertainment. I have deep dive studied Victorian occultism and kind of the Victorian fascination with it, which got me into crystal ball reading, tea leaf reading, tarot readings, all sorts of things. I hope to someday host my own Victorian medium night. Anyway, it's just so much fun to be had. I know I talk about this event probably every 10th video or so, but it's because I love it. I just want to pitch it again because basically the event's in like, it's like in 2 months-ish. So there's plenty of time for you to make your plans, plan your outfits, find a room. It's the last week in April. You should come play. Just saying. Anyway, Victorian Heritage Festival, Port Townsend. Information will be in the description. What else can I tell you? Oh. While I was digging through my sewing room, dun, 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 dun. I know. It's the return of the green dress. I can't leave it alone, guys. I can't leave it alone. I hate this dress. This 1830s or 1840s, early 1840s, I don't know, dress is the bane of my existence. I hate it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to see it ever again. I keep putting it away. Then I keep coming across it. And I'm like, oh, I need to fix that, and I need to do that, and maybe I should pull it out of the thing and do the thing and the thing. What am I doing? Why can't I leave it alone? Anyway, I was staring at it the other day and I was like, you know, if I fix this dress, if I managed to actually fix this dress, it's this really lovely green spring color. I could wear it to the Victorian Festival. Maybe just Friday, because Friday's really just like a late afternoon, evening hangout. But I could wear it. Maybe. Do you have an unfinished project that you just can't leave alone? Or that won't leave you alone? This is my project that won't leave me alone. It won't leave me alone. Oh, George, you're okay. Come back. I have now alienated my dog. So I have to turn you off and go lay on the floor and give him love so that he knows that I am not crazy. This happens often because he has to be assured that I am not crazy often. Okay, bye. I love you.